Hello guys, Darkbreaker here, and for today's video, I'm gonna show you how to play Jax. I'm gonna give you the best build on patch 2.5 for Jax. Afterwards, talking about the runes, spells, and quickly talking about the abilities, some tips and tricks in there. And then we're gonna play Jax against Renekton, a pretty hard matchup in my opinion. So I'm gonna show you how to play this matchup as well. And oh yeah, let's talk about the matchups later on. What are the best matchups? When should you pick Jax? How do you split push on Jax? And yeah, let's get started. If you guys enjoy this guide for Jax on patch 2.5, then definitely, hey, leave a like to support the channel, subscribe, and let's get going with the item build. Wait a second. Okay, now. So, the two main core items on Jax are definitely Blade of the Rune King and Trinity Force. So when do you go Blade and when you go Trinity Force? Blade of the Rune King is a pretty good item that gives you sustain on Jax, gives you attack damage, attack speed, lifesteal, attack deal bonus physical damage equal to 6% of the enemy's current health on hit, melee attacks 9%. And then you have the Drain passive, which gives you the bonus magic damage passive that also slows down the opponent. You steal their movement speed to increase your own movement speed. So this item is really great on Jax to catch people easier. If you are getting kited in a 1 vs 1 or people can escape you pretty easily, then Blade of the Rune King is very good. And also if you struggle in terms of sustain, then you can definitely go for Blade of the Rune King as the first item. And otherwise, Trinity Force, definitely one of the main core items for Jax. Those two, Trinity Force gives you everything you need. HP, AD, attack speed, ability haste, gives you also bonus movement speed. The Rage passive gives you even more movement speed, and then the Spell Blade. Every time you use an ability, your next auto attack is gonna do bonus damage, 1.5 seconds cooldown. And then afterwards, I like to build a little bit more tanky because those two items already give you so much damage. And remember, the more AD you have, the more armor you're gonna get from the ultimate, and the more AP you have, the more magic resistance you're gonna get. So with a lot of AD, you will get tons of armor using your ultimate. Anyways, Dark's Gauge, one of the best bruiser items in this game. It gives you HP, it gives you plus 50% base attack damage, which synergizes with the Spellblade, physical damage equal to 200% base AD. So great synergy. So if you get Dark's Gauge, it's gonna boost your damage in general and also for the Trinity Spellblade. And then on top of that, you have the Lifeline. When you get below 35% HP, you also get the shield, and it gives you more tenacity. Then I like to go Guardian Angel, gives you AD armor and the revive. And then last item, Death Dance gives you HP, AD, ability haste, physical lifesteal. So you have two items that give you tons of lifesteal, and it gives you Cauterize passive. 30% of damage taken is instead dealt as a bleed effect over 3 seconds. For the boots, you have 3 options. You can go Gluttonous Greaves, which synergizes very well with Jax because he does so much magic damage, and a lot of his damage comes from his spells, like his second ability and his first ability. So this one works. If you guys need tenacity, go for Macri Threats and also some magic resistance. If you need some armor and if you guys need some armor and damage reduction versus physical attacks, you can go for Plated Steel Caps. And yeah, those 3 should be the main one. And then for the enchantments, it's either you go Teleport as a split pusher, you go Quicksilver Slash if you feel like, okay, they have tons of crowd control. In team fights, I can't move without Quicksilver Slash. And then also Zhonya's or Stasis. If you guys feel like, okay, I'm gonna go in a team fight, I'm gonna do tons of damage, and then I need to survive somehow, I can activate Stasis to get untargetable for 2.5 seconds. And obviously, when it comes to other items, you could go for Mortal Reminder for armor penetration in the late game if you face Dr. Mundo, Malphite, or whatever. You can go Mortal Reminder for the anti-heal and the armor penetration, or you go for Cereal's Grudge, the same, but it gives you ability haste and also slows down the opponent. Otherwise, Wit's End, great magic resistance damage item. If you guys want more attack speed, more magic resistance, you can go for Wit's End. Definitely great item on Jax. Otherwise, other defense options, I mean, you can go whatever you want. You could go Rounding's Omen, build Jax more tanky as the last item. You can go Spirit Visage, more healing, more ability haste, more magic resistance. You could go Force of Nature as well. Like, for the last item, you can take any tank item or whatever you want to. Everything is gonna work. But if you guys want more damage, this is the damage build I like to go. But yeah, if you guys want to see an AP Jax video, write it down below in the comments. So I will see if you guys want to see that content or if it's even high demanded. For the runes, you have two options when you go for the Bruiser build. You can go either for Conqueror, which gives you the most damage output possible. You could go for Fleet for better sustain in the laning phase if you play against Teemo, Akali, Cannon. I think then Fleet is pretty good. Or Fiora even. If you struggle against Fiora, you can go Fleet as well. But I like to go Conqueror usually. Unless I'm in a hard matchup or I'm in a matchup against a ranged champion, then I like to go Fleet footwork. And then for the first row, I would say champion gives you tons of damage, high risk, high damage. That's the description. You can go Brutal for the early game. You could go Gathering Storm, to be honest, for better scaling. But honestly, Jax already scales so well, so usually you want to go something for the early game to improve your early game. Otherwise, Hunter, Vampirism gives you some lifesteal in some matchups. With Fleet footwork, could definitely be viable if you guys want to. But I would say Champion or Brutal is the go-to choice in the first row. Second row, Carapace for the 1v1 early game. Hunter's Titan if you guys need tenacity against certain comps like Cannon, Malphite, tons of crowd control. If you guys struggling in the lane, you want some healing, go for Second Wind. So those are your three options. Boneplate in the lane is not good. And then I would always go Sweet Tooth in the third row for additional healing coming from the Honey Fruit and additional gold as well. For the spells, I like to go a little bit more safe in the early game with the Barrier Flash. You could obviously also go for the Ignite Flash for more aggressiveness in the early game. But I really like the Barrier for the baiting. Barrier and your third ability, great combo. But yeah, let's hop right into practice mode. And I'm going to talk about the abilities and some stuff you guys should know in the early game. I think the most important thing when it comes to Jax is definitely how to play the early game correctly, how to split push, and knowing each matchups. Because Jax is very good into a lot of champions. Example, Tryndamere, great counter to Tryndamere. Okay, let's get started. So, for the passive, auto attacks give you attack speed and it stacks up to 10 times. Against champions and minions, you get 2 stacks each. As you guys can see here. How much attack speed I'm gonna get at 10 stacks. First ability is just a jump, very easy. You can use it on plants as well. Okay, plants is... Look, you can use it as on plants as well on your own champions. Unfortunately, not on wards like on the PC version. Second ability is an auto attack resetter. So use auto attack and then second ability. Auto attack, second ability, it does magic damage. Third ability blocks any incoming damage for, let's see, how long? For 2 seconds. For the next 2 seconds, you block any incoming damage. And the enemy is gonna get stunned. And for every auto attack you take during the third ability, the damage is gonna get increased by 20% up to 100%. and you can recast this one immediately. So a tip I can give you is that you don't always want to use it at the same time. Like sometimes you want to bait it out. Sometimes you just want to use it immediately to stun them, and sometimes you just want to sit in the wave, stack up, and then, especially when you're playing against Fiora, great tip for the second ability, you can bait it. Like, look how long you can hold it, because sometimes Fioras will rush their parry and use it immediately. So you can either use it immediately, or you use it after 2 seconds. So this one blocks any incoming damage and stuns the opponent. Very important skill. And the ultimate gives you a shield that is scaling with your AD and your AP. The more AD you have, the more armor you're gonna get, and the more AP you have, the more magic resistance you're gonna have. And also, the passive of the ultimate, every third auto attack is gonna deal additional magical damage. 1, 2. Cool. Oh. Cool. Anyways, let's talk about... Maybe I can show it here, hopefully. Okay, let's deactivate the bot so I can show you the third ability. So let's, for example, say the opponent has a huge wave right here, and then he's attacking you. You go your third ability within the wave, and then they will take tons of damage. Like, basically, you always want to trade within the wave of the opponent while using your third ability. And also another tip is, you can stack up, let's make this guy a little bit bigger. You can stack up on minions, for example, before you trade with this guy. So you have more stacks and attack speed immediately. Cool. I think it's better to show it in a real match compared to a bot. But you get what I mean. Usually you want to keep up your stacks in the laning phase. So you auto-attack the minion, auto-attack the minion. And when you have enough stacks, then you can jump onto the opponent, auto-attack, second ability, and then you're within the wave, right? Let's assume here's the bot. You're within the wave, you activate your third ability, since you jumped on him, you will take all the minion aggro, and all the minions are gonna attack you. You use your third ability while you're taking all the aggro, and then you stun him, and he's gonna take way more damage than if you just use your third ability immediately. So let's say you're blocking like here, and then boom. I mean, obviously you want to stun him. It's hard to show it in a bot match. I'm gonna hop right into the game, and let's get started. Okay, let's get started. We are gonna play Jax against Renekton. We're gonna play against 2 pro players as well. It's Joey Skaggs on Kai'Sa, and Diana is also pro player. So actually, pretty decent lobby. Like, they are challenger peaks, so game should be interesting. No spoiler. No spoiler, by the way. So for the skill order, it's gonna be second ability max, and then it depends. If you play against a lot of melee champions, you can go for third ability max. But if you play against squishy targets where you want to jump or reach them, then you go for the first ability max. And now, since I'm laning against Renekton, I'm actually not gonna leash, because he's gonna stack up tons of rage if I just go and leash for Lee Sin for those 2 or 3 auto attacks. Look at the trade right here, pretty good. So what I did is, I stacked up a bit, then I attacked him within the wave. I used my third ability, so all the minions are gonna attack me. And then I stunned him, and he will get additional damage. Because for every auto attack you receive during the third ability, it's gonna get increased by 20% up to 100%. Also, you can block the stun by using your third ability, so timing is key. Okay, try to... Okay, not that... It's an okay trade. It's okay trade. Considering that I'm laning against a Renekton, this is definitely an okay trade. Like, Renekton should dominate early game. That's why I'm trying to play aggressive here, because I don't want to get into a situation where he's just gonna stack up rage for free. And now we got that solo kill. Let's see again, okay? So I'm almost level 3. The thing is, I'm full stacks right here. He's jumping within the wave. I'm taking damage. And now look at the damage he's taking from the third ability. Then activate my barrier, and then I just flash, use my second ability, and secure the kill. So I think the biggest mistake was he was trying to trade with me while I had full stacks. And the moment you have full stacks, you will just have tons of damage. What I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna kite, jump onto minion, use my third ability, because I knew he would flash, use his third ability, but we managed to survive this one. So jumping onto minions, you can escape sometimes, or jumping onto a plant. I wish you had wall jump on Jax, and then his split pushing would be way better. I'm just pinging right now that Renekton doesn't have flash, doesn't have ignite, so he is a free gank for that Lee Sin. 1.9k for me right here. Gonna go for the Blade of the Rune King. Renekton is shoving the wave. I'm just gonna put a ward here. He has almost his rage for the enhanced second ability, so I'm just gonna try to play it a little bit more safe. Wave is gonna shove into my favor. Vi is coming though, so the big wave is gonna crash. I'm just pinging, please come, because it looks like Diana Renekton are gonna dive me with the next wave. I'm almost level 5 though, that's why I'm like, maybe I can tank it. Or maybe I can defend 3 people here trying to dive me. I'm like, should I just run away? But it looks like they're not gonna commit yet. Okay, they see Lee Sin. Okay, gonna jump on. Okay, Vi uses ultimate. I'm gonna dash in. I'm gonna save. Look at the timing I did for the third ability. Okay, we get those kills. Diana jumps in. Vi jumps in. And I'm waiting for my third ability. The moment the Diana jumps in to try to use her ultimate, I stun her. Then Cannon uses his ultimate, and we just win this. Yeah, 3 versus 3 team fight. So when it comes to a situation where they are about to dive you, usually I would say you should just back off and not try to die. If you're confident that you can survive, you can try to stay. But if they have a big wave, usually it's very hard for you to survive in a 1 versus 2 situation, or even 1 versus 3 situation. And if that's the case, what you wanna do is just back off, give up the wave. I know sometimes it's gonna stink that you're gonna lose the wave, but sometimes I think I could have killed him. He doesn't have ultimate. I was not confident, but I think with my stacks, I jump in, auto attack, second ability, I probably win this. So I think I should have went for that kill on Renekton right there. Not confident enough. I think I could have killed him. But yeah, option 1, when you have a huge wave crashing in, you ping your jungler like I did. I was like, come. And then he reacted, and he managed to defend. See, you can block the second ability of Renekton, by the way. He's just gonna dash away, and I can't follow up. I wasted my ultimate. The wave is gonna crash in. I'm just gonna reset and join that dragon team fight, since Renekton has to defend the wave. So I'm just gonna try to see if I can roam to the dragon and get something done right here. So I'm gonna clear the mid wave first. I could go bot lane, but I'm just gonna go top lane, trying to dive this Kai'Sa and secure the turret. I mean, maybe it's overkill because they should be able to kill her anyways, but whatever. Gonna get that turret. Okay, I see Renekton is still bot lane. I thought he might rotate to the dragon as well, so I'm just gonna backport. Like, I shoved the wave pretty hard, and now, even though I went top lane, he's not gonna be able to take too much damage on that turret. Dive him, dash, auto attack, second ability. Remember, always use your second ability as an auto attack resetter. Auto attack second ability is quicker than auto attack, wait, and then second ability. Turret is very low. I'm just gonna jump on this Lulu. Gonna flash, auto attack, second ability, and secure the kill onto that Lulu. 10 stacks right here. It's gonna DK. Like usually, when you play Jax, I would say early game you probably will struggle if you're not in a good matchup, or if you don't know how to use your third ability correctly. So I would say just keep farming, just keep split pushing. You are not that strong in the early game team fights anyways, so you just need to focus on farming up. But since I was so ahead, I shot the wave anyways, I had nothing to do, I just decided to roam. But usually you just want to sit in your lane and keep pushing, keep farming up, because Jax needs those core items. Jax needs to get his core items. He is not that strong in the early game. This game is... I mean, I was winning the Renekton anyways, and it's a matchup where I should be winning in the early game at least. Okay, they're fighting in the mid lane. Let's see what we can do right here. Looks like they're diving. I'm just pinging go, 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 because I'm coming. Hopefully Lee Sin is gonna engage somewhere. Nice engage onto that Diana. I'm gonna jump on that stunner. Boom, second kill. I mean second ability for that kill. Gonna jump now, boom, and I'm still gonna tank right here, and this Renekton dies as well. And now we can just go for the mid turret. I mean it's a pretty stomp, but to be honest, it's a... They are Grandmaster and Challenger peaks. So... what can I say, man? What can I say? I have a pretty exciting, I would say pretty exciting tournament mid lane gameplay coming. So stay tuned for that one. I mean, blame those pro players. Why are you guys losing so hard? Blame those pro players. Look, 10 stacks what I'm gonna do right here. I'm gonna block the stun from Renekton again. He's gonna flash over. If I had flash, I probably would have followed and tried to kill him. But guys, did you see? And now I'm looking, he's gonna backport in the bush. So I'm just gonna move up to the bush. I'm like, hey, buddy. Boom, I stun him and I get that kill. Map awareness, baby. Map awareness. Okay, we can push right here. Lee Sin is gonna come. He's gonna use the Rift Turret actually. Look at the turret damage when it comes to Jax. Auto attack second ability, auto attack second ability. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, but usually I would say 90% of the games you just want to keep split pushing. Keep split pushing and buy teleport. 90% of the times. We're gonna flash, second ability, and he dies. I mean, you guys are probably not gonna be happy about this being a stomp, but honestly I played this game so well, I was like, ah, fuck it, it's a stomp, but I played so well. It's a deserved stomp, if you think about it. We're roaming, we're playing the team fights good, we won the 1 vs 1, we beat up Renekton, we're getting those turrets. I feel like even though it was a stomp, it's a good showcase how to play Jax in general. It's a good showcase how to play Jax in the lane, how to snowball as a Jax when it comes to split pushing, joining teamfights, etc. And as you guys can see, this Smurf is Master, 5 win streak. And they are all Grandmasters, minimum. Grandmasters, Masters. Am I showing it? Joey Skaggs, Grandmaster. But here, 2 pro players and they are Challenger peaks. So, what can I say, man? How is this a snowball? You think I'm happy this is a snowball? Like, such a hard stomp? Nah. I wish the game would maybe go to 20 minutes so I can showcase you Jack's full late game potential. But I played like 4 or 5 games and every game it's like... somehow we end up winning. Oh, wait, I have a good backdoor. I can show you a good backdoor. Ah, I didn't save it. Okay, never mind. I have a game where I have really good backdoor, but the game was really scuffed. The game was really scuffed, to be honest. But we got the backdoor. Anyways, that's gonna be it for the Jax video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I see you next time. Bye bye.
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.